Nobody expected one player to change football forever. Fans thought they were simply watching another superstar, but what they didn't realize was that every match was rewriting the game itself. Coaches changed their tactics because of him. Defenders completely changed the way they played because of him. Young players around the world tried to copy him. Even today, modern football still carries his influence. So how did one player manage to transform the world's biggest sport? Welcome back to GameBlueprint. Today, we're exploring the incredible story of how one player changed football forever. Football has produced countless legends, but only a few have truly transformed the game. This isn't just the story of an amazing player. It's the story of someone whose impact can still be seen every weekend across the football world. Before his arrival, football was much more predictable. Players had fixed positions, teams followed strict tactical systems, and creativity was often limited. Defenders defended, midfielders passed, and forwards waited to score. Very few players dared to break those rules. Then everything changed. From his very first performances, it became clear that this player was different. He didn't just play football, he saw the game differently. His vision, intelligence, and confidence allowed him to create chances that nobody else could even imagine. Every touch of the ball had the crowd expecting something special. At first, many critics believed his style wouldn't work at the highest level. They thought it was too risky and too unpredictable. But week after week, he proved them wrong. His performances forced defenders to rethink how they approached the game. But that was only the beginning. As his reputation grew, opponents started building entire game plans around stopping him. Sometimes one defender wasn't enough. 2 or even 3 players would follow him across the pitch, yet he still found ways to influence matches. His movement created space for teammates, while his creativity unlocked even the strongest defenses. What happened next changed football forever. Coaches around the world began studying his game. Tactical systems evolved. Players were given more freedom to move across the pitch instead of staying in fixed positions. Creativity became just as important as physical strength. Football was becoming faster, smarter, and far more exciting. Young players noticed this transformation too. Instead of only practicing shooting or tackling, they worked on vision, dribbling, passing, and decision-making. Millions dreamed of becoming the next great playmaker who could change games with a single moment of brilliance. However, success also brought enormous pressure. Every match came with huge expectations. Every mistake became headline news. Rival fans celebrated every defeat, while supporters expected magic every single week. Living under that pressure wasn't easy, but he continued performing on the biggest stages. Nobody saw this coming. Instead of slowing down, he kept improving. Every season he added something new to his game. If defenders learned how to stop one move, he created another. His ability to adapt became one of his greatest strengths and inspired coaches and players across the football world. His influence extended far beyond trophies and statistics. Of course, goals and assists were important, but they never told the full story. His biggest achievement was changing the way football was played. Teams became more flexible. Players became more creative. Managers realized that giving talented players freedom could completely change a match. The real surprise came after his greatest years. Even as new stars emerged, people continued comparing them to him. Every exciting young player was called the next version of this football icon. Yet very few could match the unique combination of talent, intelligence, and leadership that made him so special. His legacy only continued to grow. Coaches still study his performances. Football academies still teach young players to think creatively. Fans continue watching his greatest moments, amazed by skills that still look ahead of their time. That is what separates great players from players who change history. Winning trophies makes you a champion. Becoming a legend earns you respect. But changing the way football is played is something only a handful of players have ever achieved. Modern football is filled with ideas that were inspired by pioneers like him. Creative attacking play, intelligent movement, tactical flexibility, and fearless imagination have become essential parts of the game. Every generation benefits from the path he helped create. His story reminds us that true greatness isn't measured only by goals or medals. It's measured by influence. It's measured by the number of people inspired to dream bigger and play differently. Long after the final whistle, his impact continues to shape football across every continent. And that's why this player didn't just become one of the greatest footballers of